we're going to do is to have a status report by no mean person than the chairman of this project, Mr. Sami Edu-Boakye, who is already in our studios. Chief, good morning.
Good morning, guys, and good morning to your esteemed audience out there. Thank you for the opportunity to serve.
So today we are talking about Hill Komfo Anokye. For those who don't know, maybe this is the first time they are hearing it. I will actually be surprised anybody in this region or outside has not heard about it. But what we say Hill Komfo Anokye project, what is it?
Thank you very much once again for the opportunity. The Hill Komfo Anokye project is an initiative of His Majesty the King to restore or bring a high level of dignity to the largest hospital in this part of Ghana. And the hospital that is 70 years next year, through its lifespan, has not seen any major renovation. When we try to stress on major because day in, day out, there's a maintenance team that tries to do their best. Other than that, I'm sure that the hospital would have collapsed long ago. So when we talk of a major renovation, we are looking at modernization, upgrading, and then also restoring. And that is what it is encompassing. So the major renovation that is happening, this is what the Hill Komfo Anokye project is about. And it is something that is part of His Majesty's 25th anniversary celebration. You were right to say that the hospital attends to 12 out of the 16 regions of Ghana, and some neighboring countries also patronize it. Komfo Anokye is the only hospital, only tertiary facility in this part of Ghana. So unlike the capital, where you have Ridge, UGMC, you have the Bank Hospital, you have the SNIT hospitals, you have the 37, you have Police Hospital, you have Regional Maritime, you have the Tema General Hospital, and many other private facilities. When you come to our part of the country, our regional hospital is the one at Atonsu, Kumasi South Hospital. And this the Kumasi South Hospital cannot be compared to even any of the hospitals that we have mentioned. So Komfo Anokye is so strategic to the healthcare of our country. Let us also put this in the perspective for people to understand why the hospital is so crucial. Healthcare distribution is done with population. For years, Ashanti has been the most populous region.
Actually, for 51 years, since 1970.
Yes. So how come the most populous region has only one, and that is what has been left into this state. That is what has been left into this state. History tells us that the last time an effort was made to restore the hospital was during President Liman's time, of which I'm sure many of us here were not born. Subsequent governments have tried to do something by I'm sure even in the last year budget it was in, and I'm sure you may have seen it in the manifesto of one of the political parties that they will renovate Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital. So it is not something that we should play with. It is not something that we should play with.
You know, looking at the visuals on our Facebook, when it comes to Facebook, there's an almost 8-minute footage about the progress report that we are talking about, what is being done, and they also sometimes give you a feel of what is currently pertaining. So what they are trying to fix, and I'm surprised that the tertiary facility, 12 out of 16 regions. Leo, did you see some Adonko Adaka necessary form?
Yeah,
you see the tiles.
Yeah, I mean, we go there all the time. You see the state that they
you know, I've shared the story with you. You know, I had to go and do a lab test with a lady friend. That was the first time I entered. I've gone to Komfo Anokye twice, actually. I've driven to see the CEO in recent times, one. But the first time I went there, that was 8 years in Kumasi. That was my first time. And there were mothers actually on this curtain, right? And some bottle, they were sleeping outside.
Yeah.
After we finished the lab, when I exited, I just told God, don't let anything bring me to this facility.
Yeah. Some of us, we were born there. So throughout our lives, that is the facility that we have been using. I remember one pediatrician, his name was Dr. Lati. He was my pediatrician when I was a kid. And we would go to this office where the children are and you see Mickey Mouse and all these things on the walls. So those memories always comes when I'm walking by. But nowadays, sometimes
they all can say, dear God, don't let anything bring me here. Let me share this short story. In one of our media tours, one of our own, They were to see what is happening, get updated on. It wasn't just necessarily Hill Komfo Anokye. Whilst they were doing it, he just collapsed. He had finished his program and had joined other members of the fraternity for that program. He collapsed out of the blue. He just collapsed.
So you never know.
And he had to stay there for more than 3 weeks.
Wow.
You never know.
You never know.
Look at this MPP communications guy.
Oh, Richard Ahia. Richard had an accident.
I had some insider information I cannot share on radio. But if not Komfo Anokye, he would have been dead.
Yeah. And guess what? There's another powerful person within the party. When Baumia was here for his campaign, boom, he fell off. He collapsed. And they had to bring him. You were there with him.
No. So there's an interview we booked here. Something happened in the morning. We couldn't do that because of some of these matters.
Yes.
And for me, it is so crucial we talk about this, and that is why we are here. Now, when the launch was done, I was counting the days. So if it's 10th November, it's 308 days.
Yes.
What is the status? What is the percentage of completion done? What is the work done? How much have you raised so far? The target was $10 million.
Okay. Let me take the latter. As at yesterday, we would say that we have raised 40% of target. In fact, it's always around 38, 39. Let's say we have raised 40% of
about
target.
$4 million out of the $10.
$4 million. But it is important to mention